Jayashree, Dr. Prasanna Kumar or something, I have written only Prasanna, Rekha Pandeji, and Dr. V. Venkatraman. I request all the people to come on to the dais. So each person will be given 15 minutes time, that is 9:30 to 11 o'clock we have to finish it, because 11:30 onwards governor program will be there. So half an hour we can have our tea, and security people will come and check the auditorium. So we have to finish it by 11 o'clock. Professor Vijay Babu, he will be the rapporteur and co-chairperson. నీ దగ్గర పెట్టుకో, ఇంకోటి కూడా వస్తుంది, ఇంకో ప్యాకెట్ కూడా కాఫీ చూసుకుంటారు కదా ఇంకా.
Good morning all. It's my pleasure to invite all of you to the today's technical session. We have some presentations here, few paper presentations by eminent scholars. They have been invited to the dais, and it's our privilege, and we are very fortunate that most popular teacher from Central University, Rekha Pandeji, Professor Rekha Pandeji, well-known academician across the world. It's our privilege to have her presence here with us, and Madam is the chairperson and chairing the session today. It's my pleasure to invite all of you for this session. Thank you, and paper presentation will start now. The first paper will be Madam.
Thank you very much. A very good morning to you all. I think you've had a wonderful 3 days. I'm sorry I could not join early. I was on travel. I just came back today morning and I joined the session. So without wasting time, I would first invite Professor Kothapet to come and present the paper. We'll be giving 15 minutes time to each person so that everyone can present.
Pointer is not there. Mahapura, Kote, Konti, Gonti, that is in Kannada. So we have different even meanings of the fort, even many sources are there, Manusmriti, Panini Ashtadhyayi, even especially the even Someshwara Manasollasa that described the forts and many ways, you know that one. Next. So that is related to other points. So we are especially the Durga, it is mentioned in the Pulikeshi's inscription at Badami, Durga, that is a 553 AD inscription. Then we have the different terms of fort, the meaning of forts. The fort is in Marathi Ghad, Kilas is Persian, have been used the Bharat to refer notified the structure up through the history of similarly forts called as in English, you know the abbreviation that one. I am not going to elaborate that on thing. Next. So you know the significance of fort. Even the Saptanga theory gives a very elaborate information on the significance of the fort. A king without fortified city is like a cloud cut in the storm. That is the word is there. That is very important. The ancient rulers must have the fort. It shows the significance of the fort. So, in related to antiquity of early Kadamba's fort. So, I was searched even through the ages, which one is the we have going to call that early Kadambas. The first century, second century or third century, which one? The after Mauryas, after Shatavahanas, after the Shatavahanas, how the defense architecture was exist in the South India, South Bharat. This is very important. So up to 2nd century to 6th century, we are called that is the early Kadambas. So yesterday, our friend has told that one thing, very important thing. So we have vacuum 6th to 9th century related to Kadambas. But my point is, I think vacuum is there, but we have the defense system. The same early Kadambas defense system is continued up to 11th century, 11th to 12th century. I will show you that. You see the Dr. K.V. Ramesh, Dr. Rajshekhar B. Is propaganda one important debate that is related to 5th century inscription, that is Talagunda inscription. That Talagunda inscription says that is specially we have two very important inscriptions we have with us. One is that is Chandravalli inscription. Chandravalli inscription says clearly that is Mayura Varman, that not Sharman. You point out that, you catch that point. Mayura Varman, Kadambappan, Mayura Varman. Mayura Varman, it term was already mentioned in the Chandravalli inscription. It means what? It means already the Mayura Sharma, before that Chandravalli inscription, he was visited the Kanchi for education, for his education. Then only they came to Karnataka. then only the Chandravalli inscription was inscribed on the slab. One thing. Another one thing, we have seen that one, that is Talagunda inscription. That clearly Talagunda inscription says Shri Parvata. Shri Parvata. Noted to the point, Shri Parvata. The same thing, Vanavasi, the mentioned in the Chandravalli inscription. But Chandravalli inscription that not mention Shri Parvata. That is a very good information. From that Shri Parvata, it is mentioned in the Talagunda inscription, pillar inscription. So I was searched, where is Shri Parvata? I am going to trace out Shri Parvata in my article. Next. So just this is the information, what the Kilharn and BL Rice are going to elaborate. Even that is one important thing I will tell you. In Harihara Mahatme, there is very important Puranas. That is the ancient Purana that clearly gives information the place name of the Shri Parvata. Harihara, it is situated in middle of the Karnataka. That Purana says in the east side Shri Parvata is there. East side, it means that is not Chitradurga, that is not Talagunda, that is not Banavasi. The east side of the Harihara, definitely I am the find out that place, that is the Utsangi Durga, is the Shri Parvata. Because Harihara Mahatme clearly says Shri Parvata exists in the east of the Harihara. This is one point. Another one point, you see that one 1064 CE inscription says the Tavakeshwara temple inscriptions clearly refers, that gives information about the Parvata, Shri Parvata. Just you read out that one. Even Mekanji collections also gives many information about that. Okay. Then the Mayura Varma ends, the Mayura Varma, immediately after his education, he came to Uchangi Durga, and Uchangi Durga, Chitradurga, it is nearly 40 kilometers distance is there. Uchangi Durga, it is situated in Karnataka. Uchangi Durga and Chitradurga. So what says the Harihara Mahatme Purana, one side, another side is inscription is there. Hence I am going to trace out that place, the Shri Parvata, no doubt at all, that is in the middle of either Chitradurga and Uchangi Durga, and I will show you pictures also. Then move, continue, yes, move, then I will come back again, go. Oh, I am not started, please continue, I will show you, yes, continue. We have many information about me, no issue, continue. Continue. Go back. This is Uchangi Durga fort. What is the ancient evidences here? This is the big question with us. You go, move. This is the Uchangi Durga fort. Next, go. You see, this is very interesting point. The early Kadambas, they were established many this kind of lingas. This is very ancient Ramabana linga at Uchangi Durga. The same thing it is in Anagal. The early Kadambas, they were established many this kind of lingas, even Banavasi, even Talagunda, even Uchangi Durga, even Hanagal. These are the very important significance place of the Kadambas. So why Kadamba was started, their first capital city in Uchangi Durga. We have clear-cut archaeological evidences with us, we have inscriptions, we have Puranas. So Rajshekarappa and others, they stated, next, go, next, this is Uchangi Durga, next, go, sorry, next, okay, next, go back, just go. This is the Shri Parvata they had mentioned in their writings. This is Shri Parvata, Kadamba's origin place. But no even any Puranic evidences, no even any epigraphical evidences. This is called Shri Parvata, how it will coming. This is Davalappa hill. This is situated nearby Chitradurga. Then go. This is one is Mulugunda, that is situated in Haveri district. This is 50 kilometers from the 50 or 100, maybe 100 kilometers from Chitradurga, 100 and above kilometers from Chitradurga, that place. There is a Mulugunda. So even Hangal we have, hence my our chairperson is not given to me. Okay. So the monuments of Hangal fort, you go back again. Go back. Back. Go back. This is Banavasi temple, Madhukeshwara temple. Tarakeshwara temple. Banavasi Tarakeshwara temple it is. You see the style of architecture. This is not Banavasi, that Hangal Tarakeshwara temple, this one. You see the just structure. I already show you the Uchangi Durga's monuments, the ancient monuments. Though comparatively this one, I am going to elaborate on where is Uchangi Durga, where is Banavasi, where is Talgunda, where is even Chandravalli. Clearly, I am point out this is the Shri Parvata, hence the Kadambas was start the first capital city at Uchangi Durga. Then only they extended their territory, then Talagunda. Afterwards, they shifted their capital city to Banavasi. Banavasi is the prominent place during the Kadambas. The before also Banavasi is very important place for, that is we have Buddha Viharas, Stupas. Then the Chutukula were ruled that place. Shatavanas, Harati Putra related, we have many debates, but I have no time now. I am concluded. I have find out 4 forts, the early Kadambas. Number 1 is Uchangi Durga. Number 2 is, that is Banavasi. Number 3 is, that is Hangal fort. Another one is, that is Anaji. It is a nearby Davangere. So we have 4. This is my last findings of my research article. Just you go through this, that what I am going to explain about that. So I have no time. Sorry, I am not explain properly because. Okay. Okay, it's okay, no problem. Thank you listening my little bit words. Silent, you even quietly.
Yeah.
I am thank you to chairperson and others also. Thank you once again, sir.
Thank you very much, Dr. Kotesh. Now I request Professor Yudhvi to present his paper.
या देवी सर्वभूतेषु मातृरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः. I bow to all of you and I see Mata in all of you. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. I thank ITIHAS Sankalan Samithi, Kishan Rao Garu, the President and all the members who given me this opportunity to talk to you on this enlightened subject called consciousness and the contribution of the South Indian Dakshinapatha saints in this journey of consciousness. And today, you know, there was a wave of artificial intelligence in this world. 30-40 years back, AI took up in a big way, and people could codify the memory, the learning system of the human beings in the form of neural networks, and they built artificial intelligence system today. But now they came to a place where they need what is called the consciousness in the system. They wanted the computer also to be conscious the way they are. They want the computer also to, or robot, to do self-realization. So in the whole research, there are almost 10 Nobel laureates are working on this subject in the worldwide, and lot of scientists are working on the philosophy of consciousness. In the process, they have built lot of knowledge base. And the fortunate thing is that when I was reading all the literature, I could look back and see all those things were spoken by our great gurus like Adi Shankaracharya, Sri Ramanujacharya, Madhavacharya, Vallabhacharya, and all these people have already codified the consciousness and the importance and of self-realization. So I will take you a small journey. I am not a learned person in philosophy nor in this thing. I am basically scientist. We built AI systems in NGRI for groundwater detection. I have taught AI for the MTech students of Usmania University 20 years back, and I am also practicing AI building systems, tools in AI and artificial consciousness. That is my research area and interest. I'll take you a small journey. So what is the purpose of this? What is the goal we want to achieve this? One is the AI. What is AI? AI is the learning, problem solving, decision making. See, what is intelligence? What people think is, when we are able to solve a problem instantly, given a problem, that is intelligence. Or when we can learn something new very fast, that is the these are all the tenets of an artificial intelligence system or intelligent person. So we have already built these things today, and we want to achieve artificial consciousness. We want self-awareness. We want a robot to know that it is a robot and it has its legs, it has hands. The way we know we are having our body, we know who we are, we know our environment. Like that we are trying to do. We want reflection, and we want to see animal consciousness. Why we say animal consciousness? Human consciousness is a very big topic, very big area. It is very difficult to codify. We can take some components of animal consciousness and build small systems to meet our requirements. And some of the solutions of this will be, we want to fight addiction. See, today the whole society is fighting, is struggling with full of addiction. You can see in youth in the state, particularly Telangana, a small kid also goes to a wine shop. There are wine shops all along the roads. There are wine shops everywhere. Everybody is drinking like anything. Even there were days people used to just small bag. But today people drink bottles. The addiction is so much in drug addiction. The whole society is plunging. Today we have to worry more about that than the unity of the people. People are, what Napoleon said, we lost the war not in the war field, we in the clubs and bars of the Paris. So that is today the condition of our country. How do we achieve, how do we de-addict the people? Through consciousness. There are solutions. I have identified some of them. In one is inhibition. People that say, I don't want to eat that, I don't want to eat this, I don't want to eat Karela. Why are you getting the inhibitions to it? Another thing is the fear, because the fear is being inducted into us through some process. So those are things I will be touch basing. And coming back to AI, this is a simple mathematical model, standard model, and I have put a small picture of the neuron. This is a human brain, a neuron of a human brain, and that is a mathematical model of that. And that is a set of neurons, huge network of neurons, which captures the knowledge and which builds its own system. That is the last one is equal to our brain or our neural system, which are billions of such neurons are there in our brain. And this is highly mathematical. I am not going to the mathematics part of it. I am going to touch base on the implementations of it. And artificial consciousness, what is it? Artificial consciousness refers to the idea of creating machines or computers, systems that possess self-awareness and ability to experience and capacity to understand their own existence. See, the beauty, the fortunate thing, unfortunate thing is today, human beings have not reached the state of understanding our own selves today. And we are running towards making computer understand that. So, where is the solution for these type of concepts? Where do we find them in our Hindu system? The fortunate thing is that whatever today our gurus wrote, it is not a mythology, it is history. People can't say you are taking from Bhagavad Gita, taking from Ramayana. They are written by Madhavacharya, Shankaracharya, all those people who are there. They are in available in history, their dates are there. So that's why I chosen this platform as ITIHAS Sankalan Samithi's platform to put the dates, and they are also from Dakshinapathha, as that is the purpose of this. So what some of the concepts we are calling self-modeling, that is trying to identify your own self, metacognition. This is fundamentally what we call Atma Jnana. Atma is a Jnana Swarupa. That is metacognition. Your Atma will try to identify your own self. Phenomenal consciousness and access consciousness. These are some terminologies which is available in the literature, which everybody can understand. I don't want to go into the further depth into it. I'll come back to the next slide, sir. Yeah, sorry. Oh God, I started. Okay, philosophies. The basis of my presentation is the 1995 paper by David Chams. David Chams found out that there are the bottlenecks for identifying the bottlenecks for the getting self-consciousness. He says that two evils. One is the church, another is the science. Church has made the Panchabhutas as devil. Why? Because they want to create fear in the people to accept Jesus as a God. And that is blocking our idea of God. So for us, Panchabhutas are gods. And Panchabhuta Tattva, Shiva Tattva is Panchabhuta. And we have Panchabhuta Lingas in this country. So that is where we have conquered, and we are able to give so much enlightenment to our people. And there the people are depressed. That's why there is so much addiction, depression in whole Western countries. Second is science. Science believes in objectivity. They don't believe in subjectivity. Consciousness is a subjective matter. In objective, you want an item to see. You can't see consciousness. You have to feel. You have to pursue. Through what? Through we call Jnana Netra. Through knowledge. So how do you achieve knowledge? So the best way to achieve knowledge is we call it avidya, ignorance. You should be first ignorant. What you learned, you have to become ignorant of what you learned. Then through avidya you can get it. So then what are we want? We want to achieve quantum consciousness, cow consciousness, plant is conscious. See, you can see a plant there in my house. That is a plant of big coconut tree. It is highly conscious tree. Nobody died with a coconut falling on their head. Human consciousness linked to the plant conscious. Cow is the most conscious animal. That's why we call it a mother. And even a cell is conscious. Even a quantum, today quantum electron particle atom is a conscious. Today we have a Schrodinger's cat. We talk of Schrodinger's quantum. Today our Modi ji has released 6,000 crores for the quantum computing. So we have called a quantum bit. So for example, I'll take consciousness from in Telangana. We do what is called a bonum, which is it is nothing, and also the Batkama. These both are highly Shiva conscious, Durga conscious concepts here. See, you know what is flower? Flower is a sky. Akasha Tattvani is flower. Akasha Tattvam is Batkama. So they want to play Batkama during Navratri. Navratri Mataji, they put Batkama and play it to call Shiva, and dancing is Nataraja. So the Nataraja consciousness, and this is all of the Navedyam made for her, for Mataji, what we call in Shastras. And we have Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga. You have seen the Bhakti Yoga Vispotana during the Kumbh Mela. And we say Karma Yogi, Modi ji is our Karma Yogi. And we have to get into the Jnana Yoga, which we have to do it. Then only our whole society and the whole world will be Vishwa Gurus, and we can only celebrate, transmit this thing. I will just slide it back. I will not speak. So these are the Acharyas who spoke about Advaita. Next one is Vishishta Advaita. Vallabhacharya Shuddha Advaita. Then we have the Madhavacharya Dvaita. Then we have the Narasimha Sara, diffusion of Vedic knowledge. He never learnt the Veda. He was silent from after he born. Automatically he got Vedas. Next is this is my thing. So sorry. Thank you for the giving me opportunity. I thank everybody. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Yudhvi. I now invite Dr. Jayashree to make a presentation.
Good morning, everyone, distinguished guests and dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. I am Dr. D. Jayashree, working as an assistant professor in Department of Ancient Indian History, Culture and Archaeology, Usmania University. So, it's a honor to stand behind you to speak about today. My topic is temple styles and art and architecture. In Dakshinapatha, there are Indian Silpa Shastra has divided into 3 categories of temple architectures, generally known as Nagara, Vesara and Dravidian styles of architectures. In these, Nagara style is from north to Karnataka and Maharashtra regions, and middle, that is south to north middle, that is called Vesara style of architecture. Generally known, this is mixed type of architecture. Then come to the south, this is called as Dravidian style of architecture. In this Dravidian style of architecture, there are many variations in the Dravidian style of architectures. In South India, the temples of South India stand as eternal symbols of the religious, cultural and architectural heritage of the region. From the rock-cut structures of the Pallavas to the grand edicts of the Cholas, the Vijayanagara and Nayakas, each temple is an intricate, it's a masterpiece of every temple in the southern type of architecture in South India. This reflects the architecture genius, devotion and cultural richness of the time. These temples are not just for place of worship, but also cultural repositories and represents the presiding the art, music and literature of their periods and continue to their legacy. The temples of Telangana, there are many temples in Telangana. Generally we know the 1,000-pillar temple of the Warangal, generally known Hanmakonda, and Ramappa temple at Palampet. There are many temples in southern type of architecture, and in Tamil Nadu there are many temples, Meenakshi Amman temple and Meenakshi Amman temple, Kanjivaram temple. There are many temples, Madurai Meenakshi temple. So, particularly in Telangana, there are many temples near to my place, near to Sangareddy and Patancheru region. There are Kodakanchi temple is there. I worked in that temple, but there is no time to show the slides. Next seminar, I definitely show that. Kodakanchi temple, this is Varadaraja temple. When those people, they are not time to visit the Kanjivaram temple, they can go and darshan this Kodakanchi temple equal darshan to the Kanchi temple. And another magnificent temple is known as Tumbureshwara temple. This is also, it's a magnificent temple in the Sangareddy region. And there are many famous temples in South India, especially these temples built between the early medieval and later medieval periods, known for the magnificent temples. These temples not only reflect the religious devotion of the times, but also grandeur of the dynasties that built them, the distinctive features of the South Indian temples. These South Indian temples generally, the art and architecture known as the Gopura. The Gopura, it is the gateway of the temple. And when you enter this temple, the Pradakshinapada, then Pradakshinapada there is a Peetam and Dvajastamba is located. After Dvajastamba there are many mantapas known as Ranga Mantapa, Natya Mantapa, Bhoga Mantapa. After that there is a Antaralaya. The Antaralaya, then Sanctum Sanctorum, generally we know the Garbhahalaya or Garbhagriha. The South Indian temples are magnificently known as Dravidian style of architecture. These temples are Vimana, Gopura. These two are, it's a magnificent art and architecture generally known all the South Indian temple architecture. There are many wall paintings in between the walls of the southern temples. The 2 minutes. The temples have the large gopuras. The gopuras are constructed. The temples are mainly constructed. Depends upon the rathas. There are Saptarasa, Triradha, Saptaratha, Navaratha, these type of temples. How much largest temples and how the temples are depend on the Vastu Shastra and Agama Shastras are taken. So these Agama Shastras, 2 minutes. Just I conclude, sir. So, thank you for giving me this wonderful opportunity to stand behind you, and thank you one and all.
Dr. Jayashree, can I request Dr. Prasanna to make Dr. Venkatramana?
Namaskar to all of you. Respected chairperson and the presenters on the dais and off the dais, and my dear fellow professors and scholars of different areas of today's seminar. My topic is on Vande Mataram, divinity as the prime source for the mass mobilization during Swaraj movement in the Madras presidency. So here, what I am bring to you is a new color, and also to know more about the contributions what actually made by the Sudeshist, especially the extremist, then the militant nationalists. The concept of militant nationalism that has been revealed in number of thousands and thousands of vernacular political literature available in National Archives, India House Library Archives, London, and Calcutta and Madras Archives. Here,
I would like to brief that particular concept within 10 minutes. The first one is the major source is nothing but only the extremist as well as the militant nationalists. There is a difference between both of them, you know very well. They focused Mother Bharata as their concept to get victory over the British by writing so many anti-British literatures, published so number of literature. Here I have chosen only 7 literature of particular concept. This literature that influenced the militant nationalists to work for the killing and assassination of more than 7 Britishers from Bengal to Thoothukudi, Bengal to Tirunelveli. What are all the titles of this literature? Why they chose religion as a via media, as a powerful media for bringing out the national consciousness among the Indians, particularly starting from Bankim Chandra Chatterjee's Anantamath. Then the Bengal nationalists focused Mother Kali as Mother India, and here in down south, Dakshinapathha, that is Madras Presidency. Here they used and utilized all the religious festivals and fairs as a place for converting those people, inviting those people to join major source in the fields of Swadeshi movement. As a result, in Thoothukudi, as Robert William D. as was assassinated by Vanjinathan. Madanlal Dingara did the same job there in London. Nasik of Johnson was assassinated. And more than 11 this type of activities have happened only because of this particular influence of this revolutionary literature. The first one, it is in Telugu. It was published in the year 1910. Volume 1 and Volume 2 of Navina Hindustan, published in Telugu. I would like to read two lines of all this literature. The first one, Navina Hindustan, it also invited the attention of the people. In its issue number 8, dated 13th January 1911, it reads, alas, the meanest of the mean, 3 Ferengis have managed to induce the sons of Sacred Mother India to perform base, detestable acts. Some of the servants of India have been lamenting the death of debased Ferengi, this Edward VII, the King of England, who recently breathed his last, thus escaping the disgrace which he was not about experience in India. And the second one is the commandment of God on the day of Vaikunta Ekadasi in the year Sadharana. I would like to show you all these first 5 literature pamphlets in the form of pamphlets and tracts were circulated among the devotees of some of the religious festivals. In Srirangam temple in Tamil Nadu, Alagar festival in Madurai, and the festivals of Tirunelveli and also Kumbakonam, Tanjore, and some of the festivals there in Andhra region. They circulated and printed and published 10,000 copies each. It is wonder to read a particular word in the last bottom of the particular pamphlet. In the last area you can see the name of the press available. All these first three literature were printed and published at Saraswati Press at Pondicherry, but they never mentioned the name Saraswati Press in the beneath of the pamphlet. They mentioned the very word Ferengi Destroyer Press. So this is what type of nature they wanted to place before the public. The second one I would like to read. It was circulated among the the devotees of Sri Rangan temple on the day of Vaikunta Ekadasi. The title is The Commandments of God on the day of Vaikunta Ekadasi in the year Sadharana. This particular one point out, our children are dying in hundreds and thousands from starvation in the land of Bharata, which is capable of yielding abundant crops. All the Vedic duties have perished. All the Brahmins born of the Gotras of Vasistha, Vamadeva, Japala, Jamadagini and Vardayana have abandoned their appointments in the government's horrible Rakshasas, devils, who are fermenting the people. Courage, spirit, strength and valor have all disappeared from the heroic land of Bharata and all full of timidity. The third important one was also published in the title name is A Word of Advice to the Aryans. It was printed in Madurai in Tamil and circulated among the times of the Alagar festival. Alagar festival, you know very well that Madurai is famous for so many fairs and festivals. Among one of the important one is Alagar festival. This particular was also circulated among, and also copies were printed 10,000, but not published in Madurai, not printed in Madurai. It was printed in Pondicherry itself from Ferengi Destroyer Press. This particular one also, the author of the tract who reminded the people of the land that he stated, take oath that as long as the Ferengi exercise authority in our land of Bharata, you will regard life as a trifle. Beat the white English you get hold of, even as you beat a dog and kill him with the knife, a stick, a stone, or even by hand given by the God. Mercilessly kill the policeman or official who, helping the white empire, would be ruined between the ears of Nandana and Ananda. And third one, oath of admission to the new Bharata Association. It also published in Tamil. It was also circulated among all the temple site festivals in Tamil Nadu and Andhra. And it also, the pamphlet asserted that God has willed that the Ferengis should leave this country before the year Ananda. It stated the commencement of association that this has spread throughout the Aryavarta, when it stated with in short time, those who conduct this will forward openly. The pamphlet also advised the people to take on oath on allegiance and initiate efforts to recover the country from the enemy. I swear on the Aryans heroes who have made the gift of their blood for the purpose of freeing Mother Bharata from the English Ferengi. So these are all the so many conditions they also now, bylaws also now established in the particular format. And all these particular seven pamphlets were proscribed under the Indian Press Act, Section 12, Subsection 1 of the Press Act. And the fifth one, Bharati's Kanavu, and seventh one, Bharati's 1/6 of share in Tamil Aril Oru Pangu. And the last one is very important, how to bring about national unity among the Indians. The last three were written by Subramanya Bharati. Bharati also now he invited the attention of the people to have a union among themselves, unity among themselves. All the fellow brethren in India, especially the Hindus and the Muslims are brethren. We have to invite the attention by joining ourselves to fight against the common enemy. The enemy of that particular period is the British. So all these seven literature were proscribed by the British without having any conditions. Without that, the translator, I would like to mention about that Indian who is a Hindu and named after V. Raghava Charlu, was the official Tamil translator. All the copies now brought by the CAD department of Madras Presidency, and it also sent to the Undersecretary. The Undersecretary forwarded all these seven pamphlet to the Tamil translator. The Tamil translator translated all the pages and also mentioned about some of the objectionable pages according to the British law, and he submitted before Chief Presidency Magistrate of Madras, and the Madras Presidency also recommended that the law department to proscribe all these seven pamphlets. So here we have to know the sincere attempts made by our forefathers. All these seven articles that influenced the Sudeshis for the killing of more than 11 British bureaucrats and officials because of these seven articles. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Venkatramana. I have been keeping time, so I think for my paper also I'll have to strictly stick to time. Can we quickly go to it? You know, my paper is, I'm looking at Dakshinapatha and looking at the role of women. What happens, unfortunately, history is only his story. We do not get anything about her story. You know, there is no mention of women. And the biggest problem is, if you look at the archives, you look at other material, we really do not get anything about women. So how do we recreate a history of women? I think we'll have to look at different sources. So what I do is, I look at architecture, I look at paintings, I look at literature, and from there I try to write a history of women. So these are, you know, forgotten voices at that time, and unless, you know, we study the history of women, our history will not be a complete one. Kumkum Bhavani has used a very interesting term called edit. She says what we have done is, we have totally eliminated the contribution of women, we have deleted it, we have ignored it. And at the most, there is some kind of a tokenism that yes, some women were there. Because, you know, our understanding is that history is something which happens in the public realm. And so, you know, we are talking about war, diplomacy, other thing. But anything which happens in the private realm, where women are involved, children are involved, art is involved, you know, they were the ones who were cooking, taking care of the household, all these are not part of history. And therefore, we do not have anything about women which is present. Can we just go back? So what I have done is, when I look at medieval Deccan, it is a very rich region. You have a lot of feudatories that are there at this time, and especially if you look at the Tuluva dynasty in Krishnadevaraya's time also, we have so many examples of women. So what I do is, I divide these women. First, we have lot of information on elite women. Next, can we just go up? Go further. Yeah. And whether it is, you know, the wives of the kings who are there, and I talk a lot about these elite women because we have lot of reference to elite women. You know, the dress they were wearing, how they were taken around, how they were surrounded by different groups of people. Next. So, you know, another very rich source of, if you look at especially the sultanates, when we look at Bijapur, Golconda, we get lot of information through the miniature paintings. You know, though these are Islamic states, they did have a lot of paintings, and there is a depiction of women. Though, of course, you know, many of these paintings were made on the orders of the queens and the princes. So obviously it is talking about them, but it gives us lot of information on the dress, jewelry, how they are. Can we just see, this is a very interesting painting where you have Nizam Shah sitting on the throne. The queen is sitting next to him, but she is totally covered. So, you know, you cannot see any of the features. Next. Again, there is a very interesting court scene where the queen is sitting. She is sitting in the palace. There is a dance going on, but she does not lift her head. She is primarily, you know, with her face bent down, she is supposed to look at the dance. And then you also have a large number of middle class women, you know, wives of traders, bankers, who are present in some form or the other. Just go back. And the Shukpati is a very interesting book. You have more than 80 tales. You know, these are stories told by a parrot. The wife of this merchant plans to go and meet her lover. And so, you know, he keeps telling her stories so that she is tied down to the home and she does not go out to meet her lover. And meanwhile, her husband comes. So, you know, you have lot of these kinds of stories which tell you a lot of information on the lives of women at that time. Then you have a number of working class women. You know, if you look at some of the sculptures at that time, you have sculptures where, you know, women are doing wrestling. They were trained in wrestling. Even if you look at Krishnadevaraya, there were lots of women in his bodyguards who surrounded him. There is a very interesting document from South, you know, where you have Unyachara, who's a very well-known feudatory. She goes to fight a war. But before going to fight a war, what she does, she gets up in the morning, she sweeps her house, she washes it with water, then she cooks the food, keeps it on the table and tells her, you know, her parents are with her that she has kept the food, and then she dresses and goes to the war. So it also tells us very interesting dimension of the roles which women play. And you have some miniatures where, you know, the common women, the servants are helping the mistresses to dress up. Next. Again, you have a girl who's sleeping, you know, and you have the maid servant who is sitting next to her. Next. So, you know, another very important category of these girls are the Devdasis. You have all these temples who had a number of Devdasis. They were attached to these different kinds of temple. And they were women, you know, who were sumangli. They would never become widows, so they were always there. They had lot of privileges because the dead body, a burial, is not supposed to stop anywhere. But if a Devdasi died, you know, her burial would stop in front of the temple. She was given from the temple garland, kumkum, and the temple observed pollution for a day. So, you know, these were women who were between, on the one hand, royalty and the priests. This was a period where you had a lot of these feudatories who were playing a very important role. Next, can we just... Here are some of the sculptures. Another very interesting category of women is the courtesans. You know, the courtesans at that time were women of lot of learning. They had lot of skills available with them. And, you know, the women who is married, who is at home, who is in the private sphere, they were not allowed to read, they were not allowed to write, and the courtesans were women who were trained in singing, music, dance. They were very well known, and some of them, you know, became very important. They had a very high place in our society. In fact, if you look at some of the pictures of the Nizam's period, you have the courtesan who's sitting in the center, and you have all these other women of the Zanana who are sitting next to her. Even the sons of the Nizam were sent to the courtesans to learn etiquettes. Unfortunately, what happened when the Britishers came, one, they translated this word as prostitute. To them, the temple dancing girl, the courtesan, everybody becomes a prostitute. They established these hospitals, the lock hospitals, where they were very much afraid for the British soldiers, and it is from that time that you have a deterioration. But prior to 18th century, they had a very high status. So, you know, you have lot of these miniatures which show you the courtesan. Next, can we just quickly go? Again, you know, unfortunately, this painting is missing from Salajing Museum. It's in a private collection abroad. Next. Next, can we go back? And one of the, you know, in the Nawab's time, you also had an office. They paid a lot of taxes. Can we just go? A very important courtesan of this period is Mahalakha. She is really well known, and she worked under different nizams. She had lot of wealth, and she had one of the best libraries in Deccan at that time. Can we quickly go? Quickly. These are, you know, some of her pictures. So therefore, I conclude saying that, you know, one, when we talk of history, we also need to talk of women. And when we look at women, you know, yes, they were different kinds of women, they had different status, they had different positions. And it is very difficult to really reconstruct a history of women, because most of our history is only looking at, you know, men, their activities. And therefore, we have to look at different kinds of sources. But once we recreate this history, we will get, you know, we understand history from a totally different perspective. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am, for the wonderful presentation. Do we need to call him? Over.
So I'm really glad that we finished this on time. We were strictly asked to finish this on time. But I'm really sorry that I could not do justice to many of our speakers. We had such wonderful papers. Dr. Kotrej spoke about defense architecture in early Kadambas. He was, he started by talking about the different meanings of forts, he looked at a lot of inscriptions and he had some wonderful material to present. Professor Yodhavir spoke about consciousness, and today we are all talking of AI, artificial intelligence, and we somehow think it's a very Western kind of contribution. But if we are able to link it to our saints and how they were talking, unfortunately, because of, again, time restraint, I think he could not do justice. He spent a lot of time in the introduction. He could not really link it up to what the saints were saying and how he was linking artificial intelligence to them. Dr. Jayashree spoke about temple style and architecture. She started by talking about 3 different styles of architecture. And then we had Dr. Venkat Ramana, who spoke about, he had some very interesting material where he was looking at some of the revolutionary literatures of that time and how they were using religion. He took a lot of translations from Telugu, Tamil, and he tried to show that how they were, especially these revolutionary, how they were using religion to bring in those kinds of movement. I think it was a very wonderful session. Do you want to add something?
Oh, yeah. I think now it is time for felicitation to the. Forgot. Felicitation to the paper presenters.
Om Sri Guru Bhyo Namaha Sabhaya Namaha. I'm extremely grateful to the esteemed members on the dais, Professor Kothapet ji, Professor Yudhavir ji, Dr. Prasanna, my sister Professor Rekha Pandey, Dr. V. Venkat Ramana, and Dr. Jayashree for having taken out their precious time to join us in this national seminar on Dakshinapatha through the ages, the glory of Bharat. Indeed, it was a great contribution being done by every individual who are experts in their own field, but still towards the love of academic interest, they all took their quality time to join us and express their views on different themes of the program. I thank you personally on behalf of the organization, on behalf of the entire community of scholars, academicians, and distinguished personalities. I would like to felicitate all of them for having gracing this function program, and I look forward for your support for many more things in the future, which we are intending to take up this theme further forward. Thank you very much.
Hello. Hello. All the members are requested to remain in the seats only. We have received a video bite from the Haryana Governor Dattatreya ji. We are trying to play it. It's not exactly the perfect one. They have sent in the mobile. So we are trying to play it. Please remain in this seated. Sir, audio is not there, sir. చూస్తాను ఇప్పుడే చెప్తాను. ఇక్కడ పొద్దున్న దీంట్లో కాకనే నేను అక్కడ వేరే కంప్యూటర్ నుంచి ఎవరో కేబుల్స్ తీసినట్టున్నారు. సార్ ఒక్క నిమిషం.
ఈ దక్షిణ పథంలో ముఖ్యంగా రకరకాల విభాగాలు ఉన్నాయి. ఉన్నతమైనటువంటి భావాలను, ఉన్నతమైనటువంటి విలువలను
ఎస్ సార్. అది బయట అక్కడికి. Yeah, we got it. Let us watch the message of Haryana's Governor, Dr. Dattatreya garu.
హైదరాబాద్లో 3 రోజుల పాటు దక్షిణ పదం టు ఏజెస్ అనేటువంటి సెమినార్ను ఏర్పాటు చేయడం చాలా ఆనందంగా ఉంది, సంతోషకరమైన విషయం కూడా. ఎందుకంటే ఈ దక్షిణ పథం అనేటువంటిది, ఈ ఉపకరణం, ఇది మన గంగా మైదానం నుంచి మొదలుకొని దక్షిణ భాగంలో ఉన్నటువంటి శ్రీలంక వరకు కూడా ఏ విధంగా మన దక్షిణ వాణిజ్య మార్గం గొప్ప సంపదను గొప్ప వారసత్వాన్ని ఏ విధంగా అందించింది. ఈ మార్గం గుండానే మనము మన కళలు, మన సాహిత్యం, మన యొక్క సాంస్కృతికమైనటువంటి వారసత్వం, అలాగే సముద్ర మార్గం ద్వారా వస్తువుల యొక్క మార్పు, వీటన్నిటికీ ఇది చాలా గొప్ప ప్రభావాన్ని కల్పించినటువంటి ఒక దక్షిణ ఉపఖండం. ఈ ఉపఖండం, దీని చరిత్ర, దీని యొక్క వాస్తవికత, దీని యొక్క గొప్పతనాన్ని వెలుగులోకి తీసుకురావడం చాలా అత్యంత అవసరమైన విషయం. మనము ఎప్పుడైనా మన చరిత్రను వాస్తవికమైన దృక్పథంలో చూడాల్సి వస్తుంది. చరిత్ర అంటే కేవలం ఓటమిలో పాలే కాదు, మన యొక్క పతనావస్థనే కాదు, మన వైభవపేతమైనటువంటి విషయాలు, అలాగే మన సాహిత్యం, మన కళలు, మన సంస్కృతి, మన దేవాలయాలు ఏ విధంగా పురాతన కాలంలో సమాజ నిర్మాణాన్ని ఏ రకమైన పాత్ర నిర్వహించేది అనేది చాలా ముఖ్యమైన అంశం. అందులో భాగంగానే ఈ యొక్క దక్షిణ పథ ఏజెస్ అనే విషయం, ఇది ఒక ప్రత్యేకమైనటువంటి వేదికను ఏర్పాటు చేసి, ఆ వేదిక ద్వారా ఏ రకంగా మన చరిత్రను విశ్లేషణ చేసి, మన ప్రాచీన పుటల నుంచి వచ్చినటువంటి మన సాహిత్యము, మన కళలు, మన దేవాలయాలు, మన యొక్క వ్యాపారం, ఈ యొక్క సముద్ర మార్గం ఆగ్నేషియా దేశాల్లోకి ఏ విధంగా వ్యాపింపజేయగలుగుతాం, ఏ విధంగా మన యొక్క ముద్రను వేయగలుగుతాం, ఇవి మన యొక్క పురాతనమైనటువంటి చరిత్ర పుటల్లో ఉన్నాయి. కానీ వాటిని పరిశోధన చేయాల్సి అవసరం. ఇతిహాస్ సంకలన్ యోజన ద్వారా హైదరాబాద్లో 3 రోజుల పాటు దక్షిణ పదం టు ఏజెస్ అనేటువంటి సెమినార్ను ఏర్పాటు చేయడం చాలా ఆనందంగా ఉంది, సంతోషకరమైన విషయం కూడా. ఎందుకంటే ఈ దక్షిణ పథం అనేటువంటిది, ఈ ఉపఖండం, ఇది మన గంగా మైదానం నుంచి మొదలుకొని దక్షిణ భాగంలో ఉన్నటువంటి శ్రీలంక వరకు కూడా ఏ విధంగా మన దక్షిణ వాణిజ్య మార్గం గొప్ప సంపదను, గొప్ప వారసత్వాన్ని ఏ విధంగా అందించింది. ఈ మార్గం గుండానే మనము మన కళలు, మన సాహిత్యం, మన యొక్క సాంస్కృతికమైనటువంటి వారసత్వం, అలాగే సముద్ర మార్గం ద్వారా వస్తువుల యొక్క మార్పిడి, వీటన్నిటికీ ఇది చాలా గొప్ప ప్రభావాన్ని కల్పించినటువంటి ఒక దక్షిణ ఉపఖండం. ఒక ముద్రను వేయగలుగుతాం. ఇవి మన యొక్క పురాతనమైనటువంటి చరిత్ర పుటల్లో ఉన్నాయి. కానీ వాటిని పరిశోధన చేయాల్సి అవసరం.
that send off the video message only. With the last half minute that was not clear. Yeah. So they have mixed it. So thank you very much. Now let us wait. Okay. Now we are going to felicitate our. I request Kishan Rao Garu, Manohar Rao Garu and Bal Mukunji. Please come on to the dais. Let us felicitate the volunteers who worked for all the 4 days.
4 days, no, since 3 months. 3 महीने से करे 4 दिन बोल रहे थे।
ये तो बात करो पर बीच में नहीं आना जी। So नामा बोलिए। हाँ बोलिए। 8 महीने
इधर सामने रखो। नमस्कार। जिन कार्यकर्ताओं के नाम मैं लूंगी वो एक के बाद एक मंच पर आए और अपना बैग और शाल स्वीकार कर जाइए। सर्वप्रथम है साई वरप्रसाद जी, उसके पश्चात पब्बा शिव कुमार जी, प्रशांत, विवेकानंद, चन्नबटनी सुरेश, रामचंद्र मूर्ति। Please come one by one on dais and accept. साई वरप्रसाद जी। उधर माला अपने को नहीं माला। नेक्स्ट वन पेब्बा शिव कुमार जी। प्रशांत, विवेकानंद, जाइए। उन्होंने जल्दी जल्दी बोलो, तुम्ही जा आता भाऊ जा आता त्यांनीच द्यायलेत ना। आनंद, रामचंद्र मूर्ति, अंत में चन्नाबटनी सुरेश। इसमें चन्नाबटनी सुरेश, ये सभी आज कार्यालयीन दिवस रहने के कारण अभी कर रहे हैं। बाद में और सभी बहुत से कार्यकर्ता हैं जिनका सम्मान अभी करना है। अपना वैलेडिक्टरी होने के बाद वो कार्यक्रम रखेंगे।
सर नहीं सत्कार का नहीं, काटेगा नहीं है, हो गया, बैठिए। आई 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 अच्छा सर एक परिचय करने का है, किशोर राव गारू, एक परिचय करने का है। एक आज ही इससे पहले अभी न्याय से 2 दिन में अभी आए श्री CBR प्रसाद। आई रिक्वेस्ट हिम टू come out to the dais. CBR प्रसाद। इससे पहले संघ का संघ चालक रहे मैं कई सालों के बाद आज मैं मिल रहा हूं, देखते पहचाना है CBR प्रसाद जी, संघचालक रहे, स्पोर्ट्स प्रमोटर, विजयवाड़ा में 30 करोड़ वर्थ लैंड, 30 करोड़ वर्थ लैंड अभी दिए हैं, तो अभी संघ से जुड़े हैं, लेकिन बाध्यता कोई दायित्व कुछ नहीं। 30 करोड़, इमेजिन करोड़, हम गिने तक ये हुआ था। ठीक है साहब, धन्यवाद। మీరు వచ్చిందండి సంతోషం, మీరు వచ్చి ధన్యవాదాలు. ఇంకా పూర్తి పరిచయం చాలా ఉన్నది వారిది. స్పోర్ట్స్ బ్రహ్మాండ అన్ని స్పోర్ట్స్ ప్రమోట్ చేస్తుంటారు వారు.
अभी गवर्नर जी का कार्यक्रम है, अभी हम लोग सिर्फ 10 मिनट में वापस इधर आना है.
CBR Prasad ji would like to speak for a minute or so.
30 crores property giving is not a big thing. Many people can give. I have given 108 lakhs rupees to the defense fund because they fed me for 9 years. 9 into 12 months, 108 months, they fed me. Simply for nothing. I have not done anything as a soldier. They have not given me suitable work. So I have come out and started a small poultry for my livelihood and became the biggest poultry farm in the country. After that I have come in across with a संघ परिचय हो गया. संघ परिचय होने के बाद पूरा बिजनेस छोड़ के last 25 years I am on full time. Whatever I earned 500 acres, everything I have given back to the society. So you all also give. I have given 1% to my wife, that is 5 acres, 2% to my daughter, that is 10 acres. Remaining land I have already distributed and given to a different purpose. And I request you not give 90%, you give that 3%. You give back to the society. Giving is joy of giving. I know the joy of giving. This is begging, this is giving. So I want to see what is happening, then I will promise. I want to know what is happening. This, whatever I am today little, because of Ramayana Bharata, stories, I heard for 5 years my childhood. What I am little bigger. So what work is going on? If I know something, if I feel.
CBR प्रसाद के जानकारी के लिए अपना इतिहास संकलन समिति started back in 33 years back. It was started by अपने प्रचारक संघ के प्रचारक श्रीराम साठे जी. ये हुआ था 33 years back, 1991. उन्होंने स्टार्ट किया only to rewrite the history and the culture which is distorted all over the thing by pseudo secularists and leftists जो हुआ है, इनके जो ये करने के लिए करे. And this is इतिहास संकलन समिति भारतीय संघ organization affiliated to इतिहास संकलन योजना at the national level. हमारे बालमुकुंद जी राष्ट्रीय संगठन मंत्री यहाँ पर है, तो ये है, ये हमारा संगठन के बारे में क्लुप्त ये ब्रीफ ये रिपोर्ट है. ठीक, धन्यवाद. आप हैं एक्स सर्विसमैन.
Please come back within 10 minutes. We have a governor program.
I request all of you to kindly stand up for national anthem. जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता. पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल वंगा. विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा. तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे. गाहे तव जय गाथा. जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता. जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे. I request you at the outset to kindly switch off your mobiles so that we maintain the dignity of this particular session. It's my honor and privilege to invite His Excellency the Governor of Odisha and the dignitaries on the dais to light the holy lamp, do the Deepa Prajwalana before we start the session.
शुभं करोतु कल्याणं आरोग्यं सुखसम्पदं द्वेषबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपं ज्योति नमोस्तुते दीपं ज्योति परब्रह्मा दीपं सर्वतमोपहं दीपो हरतु मे पापं शुभं दीपं नमोस्तुते ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः.
I now request Dr. Manohar Rao Garu to formally introduce the dignitaries on the dais.
नमस्कार. नमस्कार. Namaskar. It is my privilege to introduce the guests on the dais. Let me introduce myself before I introduce the guests on the dais. I am Manohar Rao, retired professor of genetics from Usmania University, Hyderabad, and I am the working president of ITIHAS SANKALAN SAMITHI. Now today I welcome you all to this 3-day national seminar on DAKSHINAPATHA through ages, that is only to reflect the glory of Bharat. Let me introduce the guests on the dais. Today's chief guest, it takes a full 1.5 hour session for me to introduce the Honorable Governor today. It is such a big, but I take his permission to introduce in a very brief way. Dr. Haribauji Kambham Party, Honorable Governor of Odisha. Before that, he was also Governor of Mizoram. His birthplace is in the Prakashan district, Andhra Pradesh. He got educated in Andhra University, B.Tech, M.Tech and PhD in electronics and communication, electrical engineering, and systems control, PhD. And he was an activist, student activist, General Secretary of Student Association of Engineering College, Andhra University, Teachers Secretary, General Secretary of Andhra University, and he was a political activist. And during Jayaprakash Narayan's movement, he led the movement along with Gautu Lachanna, Tenneri Vishwanathan, Mananiya Venkaiah Naidu Garu, the former national vice president. I am sure that he was his follower. And he was also member of the All India member of the linking of rivers in India. So he held many positions, and now he is the governor. As I told you, I just want to introduce him in a very brief manner. The other guests on the dais, they were already introduced, but this formality's sake, I'll introduce them. Professor Y. Sudarshan Raoji, Professor of History from Kakatiya University. That is on the right side of the Honorable Governor, Professor Sudarshan Raoji, Kakatiya University Professor, History, and he was the former National President or Chairperson, Chairman of the ICHR. And on the left of him, Sanjay Mishraji, the All India Organizing Secretary of ITIHAS Sankalan Yojana, Bharatiya ITIHAS Sankalan Yojana at the national level, to which the ITIHAS Sankalan Samiti Bharatiya is affiliated to. He works from Lucknow. On the other side of the extreme right side, Sri Hemanji, formerly Vidyarthi Parishad Karyakarta, full-timer, now he is a Pracharak. He is the General Secretary of ITIHAS Sankalan Yojana. He works from Guwahati. And our Professor Kishan Rao ji, and the Professor Kishan Rao garu, former Registrar of Usmania University, Professor of History and Indian History, Archaeology. And he was till yesterday, he was the member of ICHR New Delhi, and he is also National President, Vice President of ITIHAS Sankalan Yojana. On the extreme left side is Sri Virender ji. He retired from Salajing Museum. He is our General Secretary and convener of the seminar. Thank you. And before very good people are there, esteemed professors, members are there, I welcome you all. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
I now request Virender ji to kindly present a brief report of this seminar, the 3-day seminar that we all witnessed. So he would give a brief update of what all transpired, so that the Honorable Governor would have an update of this particular seminar. Respected dignitaries on the dais, this 3-day national seminar, the idea was started 3 months back, and after discussing with the senior historians and friends, and the title was decided, Dakshinapatha through the ages, Glory of Bharat. So during these days, the first day, our Telangana Governor, Honorable Governor of Telangana State, Shri Jishnudev Verma ji, he accepted to inaugurate it and came here, inaugurated this session. And preceded by the Justice Felicitation, the former Chief Justice of Patna High Court. In this seminar, we have received around 75 abstracts. We have told them all the abstract writers we will publish the proceedings after the completion of the seminar. Then we have received around 75 abstracts, and 67 people, the persons in person, they have come over here and registered. Among that, 37 papers during the last 3 days were read by the paper presenters. Apart from this, resource persons also we have invited. Among the resource persons, Professor Sudarshan Rao Garu, etc., Mudigonda Shivaprasad Garu, etc., they have given their views on the Dakshinapatha on the first day itself. Because the benefit for the all audience, we have not divided any sessions. All the sessions are conducted here only, so that each and every one can listen to all the papers, those who are presenting here. So everybody enjoyed, it seems. Total 37 papers we have presented apart from the resource persons one. And today morning we have completed all the papers, and we can say successfully completed this. And sir, after receiving the full papers, and because there are some corrections or the additions, deletions in the papers, we have requested all the paper presenters to present their papers in next coming 15 to 20 days, so that we will get a proceedings of the Dakshinapatha through the ages in coming days, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for giving this opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, Virender ji, for a brief report on this 3-day seminar. We can really truly call it a real Gyan Ganga that we all witnessed. We had a great kumbha of Dakshinapatha in the last 3 days. Thanks a lot for that brief introduction. May I now request Professor Y. Sudarshan Rao Garu to address the gathering and explain about the whole concept behind Dakshinapatha, why we did this conference, and what was the thought process, and why Dakshinapatha is so important in the narrative of Bharat. I now request Professor Y. Sudarshan Rao Garu to come and address the gathering.
ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः शिवानंद गुरवे नमः सभाय नमः and our namaskars to His Excellency the Governor of Odisha, Dr. Haribabu Kambampati Garu, and my organizational friends, Hemant ji, General Secretary of ITIHAS Sankalan Yojana, and Sanjay Kumar ji, Sah Sangathan Sachiv of our organization, and my very young and dynamic President of the meeting and President of the ITIHAS Sankalan Samithi of Andhra Pradesh, for Telangana. Earlier it was Andhra Pradesh, now it is Telangana. Professor V. Kishan Rao, former registrar of Osman University, and he is a dear friend and family friend to all of us. And my young friend, Mr. Virender, from Salarjung Museum, a family member, for gracing this occasion of valedictory function of a 3-day massive, gigantic seminar on Dakshinapatha through the ages with a very strong, so many papers have come from very illustrious personalities in the history faculty, right from 86-year-old professors and most of the experts who have presented their papers through this month for the past 3 days. Their average age must be 60 plus. Young and old, they have presented their papers on various aspects of the culture, the polity, philosophy, the art and architecture. You name any subject, any aspect of history, they have been covered in the 3-day seminar, and most of them are experts, well-known experts throughout the nation, and also some of them are also internationally known for their contribution. They have presented their authoritative papers, scholarly papers, and well-documented papers, and we are very happy to have the proceedings published in course of time. So now, what is Dakshinapatha? Because the organizers have kept me this particular responsibility of explaining what is Dakshinapatha, the concept of it, why we have taken up this endeavor to bring out its significance in the context of Bharat. So that's why we have, in the title itself, we have said, it is the glory of Bharat. It is not its contribution to Bharat. It is itself Bharat. So we are going to see the glory of Bharat through this particular piece of land. Is this Dakshina or Uttara? So this misnomer has been created only during the times of Muslim invasion. I did not consider this invasion. Muslim marauders have come and they have destroyed the peace and the unity and the feeling of sense of unity amongst us. So they called this Dakshina or Dakkan. Most precisely they called it as Dakkan. And these are the areas which are towards the east are called Prachya. So these are only the sites shown with a particular point of reference, but it does not mean that it is the name of the Prantam. And we have seen that in the papers also we have seen that it is also mentioned that a particular proper area can be identified as Bharat, which is very precisely, very nicely shown in the ITIHAS Ramayana. Wherever Rama had gone his sojourn, that is Ramayana is itself his sojourn, wherever he is travelled, all this area is supposed to be Bharat, and that is the Bharat. Right from Ayodhya down to Sri Lanka, the entire area is now known as South India or Dakshinapatha. These terms have come only during the Muslim rule and also in the British period as derogatory terms, not as the places which is situated to the center. Instead of that, there are derogatory terms, it is used in that, and this shows that this is a place, a region where much has to be done to civilize them. So these derogatory terms have come only from the outsiders, and this Dakshinapatha is also a name given by somebody as India is given to us. India is not our name, but India is also given to us. Similarly, Dakshinapatha is also given to us. And earlier we had the names of territories, like Desha, Desha, something Kashmir, something like that. but we were never mentioning anywhere that this is Dakshina to which point? And for our Dakshina is something else. For those in the north, Dakshina is something else. So this we considered as a misnomer, and we have seen that whatever is done here in this part, in the proper part, right from Ayodhya down to Sri Lanka, everything is Bharatakhanda, Bharatadesha, and it is Bharata where the wisdom has equally blown. Because that's what we said, that this Bharata means where the light is there, where it is the illumination you can find. That way Bharata got its name. The name is original name. Original name is Bharata, not just because somebody ruled or somebody has not ruled. Bharata is given to us because here the jnana, the wisdom, that has come up to the world, and to show the world, and to transform the world, and transform also those who are the denizens of this Bharat. So with that idea we have come over here for showing that real Bharat is the land of light. The land of light. It is not Asia light, it is land of light of Bharata, which has spread to the entire globe, that we can see in the ancient history and past history and the remote past history. This was what Sadhguru Sivananda Murthy ji was saying, that our future does not lie in the past. Our future lies in the remote past. Go back to Ramayana times, go back to Mahabharata times, go back to Puranic times, go back to Vedic times. So that is our history. So that has to going to come. And that is why we say Sanatana Dharma is the string that binds us past and present, and so we are timeless. So that way we are thinking of Bharata Desha as the one which binds the Jiva to the Paratpara. Because we have seen so many papers in the morning also saying that no area in the Bharat Desha lags behind in giving this concept a prominent concept to the forefront. So that is our idea, and what we have to do is, generally as we think that the scientists will be working in the labs, they will be working in the labs, but the technology brings the results of the lab to the people. So similarly historians, the scholars, they work on the various aspects, bring out the facts, and these facts have to be given to the people. So this effort was done during the Mahabharata times. We say that the Puranas have come through Veda Vyasa. And these Puranas are the history of the universe, various yugas of the universe. So that history has been brought to us through Veda Vyasa, which was given to him by his father Parashara. And Veda Vyasa did not stop there. He has analyzed these Puranas according to their importance, according to their usage. They are making 18 parts. And these 18 parts have been major Puranas, and so many Puranas have come, but he has taken another thing that is going to be the direction to our Bharati ITIHAS Sankalan Yojana, because he held a big conference of saints in the Naimisha. That was the place from where this knowledge has been spread throughout Bharat. So this was the one, because he did not want that this should be confined only to scholarly class people, but that should go to the common man. That's how, in what form? In folklore form, in art form, in story form, and in philosophical form. So all these 4 forms have been used by him to pass on this information to the common man. Similarly, the responsibility lies on the Bharati ITIHAS Sankalan Yojana, that we have a lot of information about our past and remote past. This has to be conveyed to the common man. And that effort, I hope that this Bharati ITIHAS Sankalan Yojana, and we have the main national organization secretary, Balamukul Pandey ji bhi here, and so many other functionaries are here. They will take up this task and take the history to the common man to tell them that we are one because of the Sanatana Dharma, which is the string that connects all of us. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to give some of my ideas based on what has been presented for the past 3 days. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Professor Sudarshan Raoji. I would now like to invite Manya Hemant Ding Majumdar ji, National General Secretary, Akhil Bharatiya ITIHAS Sankalan Yojana, to present his views.
अखिल भारतीय इतिहास संकलन योजना से संबद्ध इतिहास संकलन समिति भारतीय तेलंगाना प्रांत द्वारा आयोजित त्रिदिवसीय राष्ट्रीय संगोष्ठी दक्षिणापथ थ्रू द एजेस ग्लोरी ऑफ भारत, इस त्रिदिवसीय राष्ट्रीय संगोष्ठी के समापन सत्र में उपस्थित उड़ीसा के महामहिम राज्यपाल डॉक्टर हरिबाबू जी, इतिहास संकलन समिति भारतीय के पूर्व प्रांत अध्यक्ष, काकतीय विश्वविद्यालय के इतिहास विभाग के पूर्व विभागाध्यक्ष और भारतीय इतिहास अनुसंधान परिषद के पूर्व अध्यक्ष प्रोफेसर वाई सुदर्शन राव जी, इतिहास संकलन समिति भारतीय तेलंगाना प्रांत के प्रांतीय अध्यक्ष प्रोफेसर किशन राव जी, कार्यकारी अध्यक्ष डी मनोहर राव जी, अखिल भारतीय इतिहास संकलन योजना के राष्ट्रीय सह संगठन सचिव आदरणीय संजय कुमार श्रीहर्ष जी, प्रांत के महासचिव डॉक्टर वीरेंद्र जी, इतिहास संकलन योजना के राष्ट्रीय संगठन सचिव आदरणीय डॉक्टर बालमुकुंद पांडे जी, पूर्व के महासचिव और उपाध्यक्ष रहे ऐसे हमारे मार्गदर्शक डॉक्टर शरद हेबालकर जी, और इस सभागार में उपस्थित विद्वज्जन, 3 दिन से दक्षिणापथ थ्रू द एजेस ग्लोरी ऑफ भारत इस विषय पर लगभग 30-35 पेपर यहाँ पर प्रेजेंट हुए हैं और इसमें बहुत ही अच्छे विषय निकल करके आए हैं। उस विषय पर मैं नहीं जाऊंगा, लेकिन संघ शताब्दी के अवसर पर अखिल भारतीय इतिहास संकलन योजना क्या करेगी, इस विषय में आप सभी के सामने मैं थोड़ा प्रकाश डालना चाहता हूं। संघ शताब्दी वर्ष में संघ और संघ प्रेरित जो संगठन है, सभी विविध संगठन मिलकर के समाज परिवर्तन के 5 विषय को लिया है और ये 5 विषय जो है ये हम सभी को करना है, व्यक्तिगत जीवन में भी, अपने सांगठनिक जीवन में भी और सामाजिक जीवन में भी। ये तीनों स्तर पर अगर इस काम को करेंगे तो ही समाज परिवर्तन आवश्यक है। पहला है सामाजिक समरसता, सोशल हार्मनी। हम सभी जानते हैं अपना देश में विविध मत पंथ है, संप्रदाय है और इन सभी में समरसता का भाव होना चाहिए। अगर इन सभी जातियों में, जनजातियों में, सभी मत पंथ संप्रदायों में अगर समरसता नहीं रहेगी तो आंतरिक सुरक्षा में काफी कुछ बातें टकराव होगी और ये हम सभी के लिए, देश के विकास के लिए ये अच्छा नहीं होगा। इसीलिए सामाजिक समरसता एक महत्वपूर्ण मुद्दा है। हम सभी जानते हैं स्वास्थ्य के कारण हमारा ही कुछ वर्ग दूसरे के प्रलोभन से या डर से कुछ ईसाई हुआ है या कुछ इस्लाम धर्म को स्वीकार किया। तो ये जो हमारे एक बड़ा वर्ग जिसके प्रति हमारा जो दृष्टि है वो थोड़ा बदलनी चाहिए। इसीलिए सामाजिक समरसता ये पहला मुद्दा है। दूसरा है कुटुंब प्रबोधन, यानी हम अगर देखें तो अपना जो भारत है उसका जो रीढ़ का हड्डी है, स्पाइन है, या इसका उसको आत्मा बोल सकते हैं, वो है संयुक्त परिवार व्यवस्था। ये जो संयुक्त परिवार व्यवस्था है इसके कारण ही भारत अभी तक इतने हजारों साल से भारत के ऊपर आक्रमण होने का बावजूद भी भारत जिंदा रहा। इसीलिए ये संयुक्त परिवार व्यवस्था को जिंदा रखना, क्योंकि अभी जितने सारे छोटे छोटे परिवार होने लगे हैं उसमें जिस प्रकार के परिवार में संस्कार आना चाहिए, जिस प्रकार के समाज के प्रति भाव आना चाहिए या देश के प्रति जो भाव विकसित होना चाहिए, ये सभी जो है ये धीरे धीरे कम होने लगे हैं। अपने जितने जो समाज व्यवस्था या परिवार व्यवस्था में जो रिश्ते होते हैं ये रिश्ते में कमी आई है। तो इसीलिए इस कुटुंब प्रबोधन जो व्यवस्था है, परिवार प्रबोधन या परिवार संयुक्त जो हो, इसके बारे में भी सभी कार्यकर्ताओं को मिलकर के सोचना चाहिए और अपने परिवार में, निजी परिवार में, अपने कुटुंब में किस प्रकार उसको लागू कर सकते हैं उसके ऊपर भी विचार करना है। तीसरा जो है वो है पर्यावरण संरक्षण। हम सभी जिस भूभाग पर रहते हैं, केवल अपने भारत देश में ही नहीं, संपूर्ण विश्व अगर ठीक रहना है तो परिवेश अच्छा होना चाहिए, पर्यावरण अच्छा होना चाहिए। और ये पर्यावरण स्वच्छ रहे तो हमारा जीवन संभव है। वो केवल मनुष्य के लिए नहीं है। भारत के लोग केवल खुद के लिए नहीं सोचते, ये समाज के हर सभी प्राणियों के लिए, दुनिया के सभी के प्रति वो सोचते हैं। ये जो विचार रखते हैं उसके कारण जो जल है, जल भी स्वच्छ होना चाहिए, जो वायु है, हवा है, वो भी स्वच्छ होना चाहिए। इसीलिए हमारे पूर्वजों ने जिस प्रकार कुछ करने लायक काम हम सभी के प्रति दिए थे, वृक्षारोपण, वृक्षों के कारण हमको ज्यादा ऑक्सीजन मिलता है, तो ये वृक्ष कैसे बढ़ावा दे सकते हैं, जल को कैसे हम स्वच्छ रख सकते हैं, प्लास्टिक का उपयोग कितना कम से कम कर सकते हैं, ये सभी बातें हम सबको सोचना चाहिए। और अपने निजी कार्यक्रम में, परिवार में कोई कार्यक्रम है, अपने संगठन या सामाजिक स्तर पर कोई कार्यक्रम मनाते हैं तो उसी समय भी जितना कम हो उतना ही कम प्लास्टिक का उपयोग होना चाहिए। अगर संभव है तो उपयोग करना ही नहीं, क्योंकि हमारे पूर्वज अगर देखेंगे, पूर्वज लोग क्या करते हैं, पत्तल का वो व्यवहार करते थे, यूज एंड थ्रो उसका व्यवस्था नहीं था। इसीलिए बार बार व्यवहार करने लायक चीजें वो समाज में देते थे और उसी काम में लगाते थे। इसीलिए ये जो पर्यावरण संरक्षण ये भी एक महत्वपूर्ण भाग है। चौथा है सामाजिक नागरिक कर्तव्य। हम सभी देश के नागरिक हैं और नागरिक होने के कारण केवल मतदान का अधिकार ही है ऐसा नहीं है। हर किसी में जितने सारे सामाजिक या समाज के, ये देश के नीति में हम सबका योगदान होना चाहिए और उनमें जो जो बातें हैं हर प्रकार के अनुशासन का पालन करना, ये हमारा एक महत्वपूर्ण मुद्दा है। इसीलिए नागरिक शिष्टाचार भी इसमें आते हैं। और अंतिम जो है वो है स्वदेशी का भाव या स्वदेशी का व्यवहार, स्व का बोध। हर किसी काम में अपने जो अस्मिता है उसको बनाकर रखना, जगा कर रखना और उसके अनुसार चलना। क्योंकि हम अपने देश में बने हुए चीजों को अगर उसका व्यवहार नहीं करेंगे तो हमारे जो आर्थिक व्यवस्था है वो धीरे धीरे नीचे जाएंगे। तो इसीलिए स्वदेशी का व्यवहार हो और स्वदेशी का जो भाव हो हर विषय में। अभी हम लोग स्वाभाविक रूप से एक कॉलोनियल माइंड होने के कारण हम अभी हस्ताक्षर अंग्रेजी में करते हैं। अगर मातृभाषा में अपना हस्ताक्षर करने का जो गौरव हम अगर अपने आप में विकसित करेंगे तो केवल हम नहीं, हमारे आने वाले पीढ़ियां भी उसको लेकर गौरव करेंगे। तो ये पंच परिवर्तन जो है, पंच संकल्प है, ये सभी के लिए इस साल हम सभी को मिलकर के करना है, समाज को परिवर्तन करना है। इतनी सी बात कह करके मैं अपने बात को विराम देता हूँ। धन्यवाद।
बहुत अच्छी बात कही है पंच परिवर्तन के बारे में हेमंत जी। आई नाउ इनवाइट श्री संजय कुमार मिश्रा जी, राष्ट्रीय सह संगठन सचिव अखिल भारतीय इतिहास संकलन योजना, टू प्रेजेंट हिज व्यूज।
परम आदरणीय राज्यपाल उड़ीसा श्री हरिबाबू जी, मंच पर विराजमान श्री इस प्रांत के अध्यक्ष, कार्यकारी अध्यक्ष हमारे महासचिव जी और समस्त सामने बैठा हुआ जो प्रबुद्ध वर्ग है, हमारे गुरुजन हैं, हमारी माताएं हैं और लगभग इधर के 5 प्रांतों के सभी स्थानों के हमारे कार्यकर्ता भी आए हैं। मैं संगठन मंत्री हूं, महामंत्री जी ने अपनी रिपोर्ट दी है, संगठन मंत्री माने संगठन की भी चिंता कर दी है। अभी उन्होंने बताया कि ये शताब्दी वर्ष है। मैं ये गीत सुन रहा था, स्वयंसेवक कह रहे थे ये शताब्दी वर्ष है, स्वयंसेवकों में छाया हर्ष है। स्वयंसेवक बहुत प्रसन्न है क्योंकि 100 वर्ष है। लेकिन संघ के जो संस्थापक थे डॉक्टर केशव राव बलिराम, उनसे किसी ने पूछा कि संघ अगर 100 वर्ष में क्या होगा, तो उन्होंने कहा मुझे बहुत दुख होगा। याच देही याच डोला, मैं तो अपनी आंखों से जो अपना लक्ष्य है वो प्राप्त करना चाहता हूं। एक निर्दोष, एक निर्लस, एक समरस समाज जिसमें सत्य है, जिसमें उसमें अपने राष्ट्र के प्रति गौरव है, राष्ट्र के लिए मिलने का भाव है। यादवराव जी जोशी जी कहते थे कि जो देश के लिए क्या करना, जो अपने परिवार के लिए जैसे हम जीते हैं वैसे देश के लिए भी जीने का भाव जिस दिन आ जाए, तो वह भाव क्या निर्माण हो गया है, वो अपनी आंखों के सामने देखना चाहते थे। और इसलिए वो कहते थे अगर 100 वर्ष संघ क्या जीवन चला तो ये मरने जैसा होगा। यदि हमारे शरीर में एक घाव हो जाए, हमारा शरीर कट जाए, खून निकलने लगता है, तो शरीर क्या करता है, एक स्वस्थ शरीर होता है तुरंत उसके ऊपर एक कवर बनाता है, एक पपड़ी बना देता है। पपड़ी अच्छी चीज नहीं है, पपड़ी हटनी चाहिए, वो घाव का वो जो चिन्ह है वो भी हटना चाहिए, एक स्वस्थ शरीर का लक्षण है। राष्ट्रीय स्वयंसेवक संघ आपातकालीन वो कवर है, इसको हम हटाना चाहते हैं। और ये जो एक हटाने की जो एक व्यथा थी, मन में जो दुख था, पीड़ा थी, इसलिए संघ के प्रचारक निकले। नीचे श्री राम साठे जी का चित्र लगा हुआ है, बाबा साहब आप्टे का चित्र लगा हुआ है। बाबा साहब आप्टे वो देश को स्वतंत्र कराने के लिए एक राष्ट्रव्यापी संगठन खड़ा करने के लिए एक पीड़ा लेकर के वो अपनी विधवा बहन, अपने छोटे भाई सबको भूखा छोड़ करके निकल पड़े थे। ऐसे वो एक नहीं है, ऐसे हजारों नौजवान घर बार छोड़ करके क्यों निकले इस राष्ट्र के लिए। ये राष्ट्र समरस हो जाए, एक राष्ट्रव्यापी संगठन खड़ा हो जाए और राष्ट्र की सारी व्यथाओं को दूर कर दे, इसलिए इन्होंने अपना यौवन दान दिया, इसलिए मरे। 1983 में बाला साहब देवरस ने एक टारगेट दिया था 40 साल का कि रोटी, कपड़ा, मकान, शिक्षा, स्वास्थ्य, अतिथि सत्कार ये करने की सामर्थ्य समाज के सभी घटकों में हो जाए, पूरा समाज समरस हो जाए। हमारे जितने स्रोत है उसमें सबका अधिकार हो जाए, हमारे जितने समाज के जितने घटक हैं उनका जो नैसर्गिकपन है वह स्वतः, उस पर कोई दबाव ना हो। विश्व में कहीं भी संकट खड़ा होता है उसको दूर करने की सामर्थ्य हमारी में आ जाए। या एक 40 साल का टारगेट हमारे तीसरे सरसंघ चालक ने हमारे सामने दिया था। इतिहास संकलन समिति के नाम कुछ भी हो, बदलता रहा, लेकिन एक 50 वर्ष लगभग होने वाले हैं। आज भी हम दक्षिणापथ की चर्चा करते हुए क्या सभी स्थानों पर पहुंच पाए हैं क्या? सभी प्रांतों में पहुंच पाए हैं क्या? अभी काम प्रारंभ कर पाए हैं क्या? सभी जनपदों में पहुंच पाए हैं क्या? या पीड़ा हमारे मन में है क्या? हम भिन्न भिन्न कार्यकर्ता परिचय करा रहे थे, 40 साल 30 साल से इतिहास संकलन के काम कर रहे हैं। कितने साल से काम कर रहे हैं यह विशेषता नहीं है, हम काम कहां तक पहुंचा पाए हैं, काम की गति क्या है, कितने यौवन और चाहिए, कितना लंबे और घाव जिंदा रहेगा हमारे शरीर में, इस राष्ट्र के अंदर कब तक ये घाव हम बर्दाश्त करेंगे। ये घाव जल्दी से जल्दी दूर हो जाए, इसलिए कुछ नौजवान आए। कब तक जामवंतों के सहारे जिंदा रहेंगे? इसलिए नौजवान समाज के हर घटक में जो नैसर्गिकपन है वो आना चाहिए, वो खड़ा होना चाहिए। मैं अभी तमिल की एक पत्रिका, एक पुस्तक का अनुवाद हिंदी में पढ़ रहा था। उसमें लगभग 11 कवि महिलाएं हैं। उन्होंने अपने अपने ढंग से वो दूसरी शताब्दी, ईसा पूर्व दूसरी शताब्दी से दूसरी शताब्दी के बीच में है, वो कविताएं कह रही हैं। उनमें से एक महिला, एक युवा महिला जो मां है, उसका पति युद्ध में बलिदान हो गया है, उसका पिता युद्ध में मारा गया है, उसका भाई मारा गया है और उसका एक छोटा बालक है। और उसको पता चलता है कि उसका जो छोटा भाई है वो युद्ध क्षेत्र से भग गया है। वो युद्ध भूमि में पहुंचती है और युद्ध भूमि में पहुंच करके खोजती है अपने पुत्र को। जब उस एक जगह पर उसका पुत्र जमीन पर लेटा हुआ है, उसके सीने पर खून की धारा बह रही है और वो मरने वाला है, वो बालक को देख करके वो हर्ष से प्रसन्न हो जाती है। यह जो भाव है ये कोई आज का नहीं है, ईसा पूर्व दूसरी शताब्दी की हमारी माताएं कह रही हैं। यह वीर भूमि क्या आज केवल कहने के लिए रहेगी? इसलिए ये चैलेंज जो है इस चुनौती को स्वीकार करें, ज्यादा लंबा हमको समय लेने का नहीं है। ये राष्ट्र आह्वान कर रहा है, इस घाव को दूर करने के लिए जल्दी से जल्दी कार्यकर्ता आए। किसके भरोसे खड़े, कौन आएगा? आप ही आने वाले हैं, इसलिए आप आए, तैयार रहें। धन्यवाद।
Dhanyawad ji. It is now my honor and privilege to invite Dr. Kishan Rao Garu to give his presidential address and address all of us to explain what was the aim with which they conceived this Dakshinapatha, and in the last 3 days what did we achieve and what's the road ahead.
Very good morning. Very good morning to all of you. Very good morning to all of you. His Excellency, the Governor of Odisha, Honorable Dr. Hari Babu Kumbhampati Garu, Professor Y. Sudarshan Rao, former Chairman, Indian Council of Historical Research, Manni Shri Hemant Mujumdar ji, the General Secretary, Akhil Bharat ITIHAS Sankalan Yojana, माननीय श्री संजय मिश्रा जी, एडिशनल नेशनल ऑर्गेनाइजिंग सेक्रेटरी, अखिल भारतीय इतिहास संकलन योजना, और एस्टीम्ड प्रोफेसर डी मनोहर राव जी, वर्किंग प्रेसिडेंट इतिहास संकलन समिति भारतीय तेलंगाना स्टेट, श्री वीरेंद्र जी, द जनरल सेक्रेटरी ऑफ आवर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, distinguished professors, academicians, guests, invitees, delegates, and the members of the executive of the southern states, press and media, and dear friends. And Dr. Balamukunji is in the midst of us, the National Organizing Secretary, Professor Sharad Ebaljarji, and all the distinguished personalities from all over India. They are here of the stage. I thank them for being with us in the midst of all of us. I am extremely happy to share my ideas and thoughts to the distinguished gathering as we conclude this 3-day national seminar on Dakshinapatha through the ages, glory of Bharat. It gives me immense pleasure to see such eminent scholars and researchers who have deliberated on various aspects of this rich theme of this past 3 days. Your academic contributions will undoubtedly inspire young scholars to delve deeper into the significant subjects. The ancient concept of Dakshinapatha holds special significance for all of us. As we understand it, Dakshinapatha traditionally referred to the vast southern region of Bharat that lay before the rivers of Narmada and Tapti. This expansive area encompassed with what we know as Maharashtra, Vidarbha region, parts of Chhattisgarh, Odisha, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Goa, Tamil Nadu and Kerala. In contemporary usage, however, the term often refers more narrowly to Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu and Kerala, with other regions being categorized as Uttarapadam or North India. This evolving definition itself tells us something important about history, that geographical concepts in Bharat have always been fluid, adapting to changing political and cultural realities. The etymology of Dakkan sounds from the vernacular pronunciation of the Sanskrit word Dakshina, meaning southern. Chinese traveler Fahian, 5th century account mentions southern country called Tahsin, corresponding to the Sanskrit Dakshina, showing how widely recognized this concept was even beyond our borders. From the Odisha perspective, our position at the northeastern edge of the traditional Dakshinapatha gave our region a unique character as a cultural bridge between the southern and eastern traditions of Bharat. The rivers flowing from the eastern Ghats through Odisha into the Bay of Bengal created natural pathways for cultural exchange, while our coastal position established us as a crucial link in maritime trade networks that connected Dakshinapatha with Southeast Asia. What makes Dakshinapatha's contribution to the glory of Bharat truly remarkable was its role as a sanctuary of Bharatiya civilization during challenging times. As pointed out in the seminar materials, when major ports of North India came under the Islamic rule, Dakshinapatha continued to be governed by independent rulers who preserved and nurtured our cultural tradition. The historical reality deserves special attention from researchers and historians. The Kakatiya dynasty of Telangana stands as a powerful example of this resilience. Under visionary rules of Ganapati Deva, Rudrama Devi, one of our 4 rarest women rulers, and Prataparudra, they implemented far-reaching reforms in agriculture, trade, arts, architecture and cultural traditions. The monument they left behind, Ramappa Temple, Warangal Fort, Thousand Pillars Temple, Ghanapur temples and infrastructure works like the lakes at Laknavaram, Pakala, Bayaram and Balasamudram stands as a testament to their contributions. Similarly, the magnificent temples at Konark, Puri and Bhubaneswar represent our distinct regional contribution to Dakshinapatha's heritage. The Kalinga architectural style and best exemplified Lingaraja temple with its unique Rekha dual vertical spire and Jagan Mohana assembly hall structure demonstrate the innovative temples building technology that emerged in our region. The Sun Temple at Konark with its massive stone wheels and intricate carvings stands as a testimony to the advanced engineering and artistic skills of 13th century Odisha under the Eastern Ganga dynasty. Our maritime trade history is particularly significant when studying Dakshinapatha's connection to Southeast Asia. Historical records and archaeological findings confirm that ancient ports like Tamralipti and Palur served as a crucial links in trade and networks extending to Java, Sumatra and Bali. The noted historian Sri R. Subramaniam has documented how these maritime routes facilitated not just commercial exchange but also the spread of cultural and religious influences throughout the region, particularly Buddhism and later Hinduism. The historical span of Dakshinapatha stretches across an impressive time frame from the 3rd century BCE to the 18th century CE, covering a vast geographical expanse of approximately 2,000 miles. Such an extensive history demands careful study, drawing upon both archaeological discoveries and literary sources. The excavation sites across these states reveal fascinating insights into the regional development and the cultural exchanges that shaped our collective heritage. Beyond these physical remnants, we find invaluable knowledge in ancient inscriptions recording regional languages and scripts. The coins discovered throughout the region tell economic stories. The architectural masterpieces still standing today narrate their own tales of artistic achievement. We can trace how Buddhism, Jainism and Hinduism evolved and flourished in the southern region, each contributing to our philosophical tradition. I would like to present here the comprehensive approach of this seminar has taken in exploring Dakshinapada through the ages, and we have examined archaeological findings, political histories, dynasties, rulers and their impact on social, cultural and economic conditions. The discussions have covered religious developments, scientific advances, the Bhakti movement and the profound philosophical tradition of Vedanta through the luminaries like Shankara, Ramanuja and Madhva. The distinguished scholars have all came together and tried to focus on the vital role of women, temple architecture, iconography, performing arts and trade networks. The contribution of scientists, ministers and generals have been rightfully acknowledged as essential to the understanding the full breadth of Dakshinapatha's legacy. I am especially happy to share with you all that the importance of this national seminar on Dakshinapatha is to understand the regional variation within the broader Dakshinapatha framework. On the other hand, Odisha's position is particularly fascinating as it represents a cultural confluence zone where multiple traditions are interacted. The Emperor Kharavela of the Mahameghavahana dynasty, whose Athigimpa inscriptions from the 1st century BCE provides one of our most valuable historical records, extended his influence across the significant portions of both northern and southern India. As noted by historian K.C. Panigrahi in his archaeological remains at Bhubaneswar, this period marked an important chapter in the integration of Odisha within the broader Dakshinapatha's cultural sphere. The remarkable Buddhist heritage sites at Ratnagiri, Udayagiri and Lalitagiri, collectively known as the Diamond Triangle, further illuminate Odisha's unique position. These centers flourished between the 5th and 13th centuries CE, serving as major educational institutions and artistic hubs. Archaeological Survey of India excavations have revealed extensive monastic complexes that demonstrate how Buddhist tradition flowed between northern and southern India through this eastern corridor of Dakshinapatha. Our diverse states, while sharing common historical traits, each developed unique cultural expression that together form the rich tapestry of the South Indian civilization. The Jagannatha cult, which emerged as a synthesis of the tribal Jagan Mohana assembly hall, the structure demonstrate the innovative temple building technologies that emerged in our region. The Sun Temple at Konark, with its massive stone wheels and intricate carvings, stands as testimony to the advanced engineering and architecture skills of 13th century Odisha under the Eastern Ganga dynasty. Our maritime trade history is particularly significant when studying Dakshinapatha's connection to Southeast Asia. Historical records and archaeological findings confirm that ancient ports like Tamralipti and Palu served as the crucial links in trade networks extending to Java, Sumatra and Bali. The noted historian R. Subramaniam has documented how these maritime routes facilitated not just commercial exchange but also
the spread of cultural and religious influences throughout the region, particularly Buddhism and later Hinduism. The historical span of Dakshinapathha, an impressive framework from 3rd century to the 18th century. The Dravidian Sanskrit traditions perfectly exemplify this cultural amalgamation that occurred within the Dakshinapatha region. Our ITIHAS Sankalan Samiti, Bharateeya, Hyderabad has initiated in organizing this important national seminar and bringing together scholars from across Bharat. Our efforts to provide the right context and perspective for enriching India's historical narrative are an attempt to go ahead with this theme for a long period to come. The planned publication of the seminar proceedings will ensure that these valuable insights reach a wider audience. I would like to place on my appreciation to the representatives and the eminent scholars who have taken out their quality time and to address us, and they have given an opportunity to revisit and examine our historical narrative with fresh perspective. Though your collective wisdom, I anticipate valuable contribution to our understanding of how Dakshinapatha has shaped and preserved our cultural ethos throughout. As we bring this seminar to a close, I extend my heartfelt appreciation to the most enthusiastic scholars and the organizers of ITIHAS Sankalan Samiti for their dedication to uncovering and preserving our rich national heritage. The commitment to engaging scholars, academicians and researchers from various institutions has created a valuable platform for a meaningful historical discourse. The knowledge shared during these 3 days should not remain confined to these proceedings. I request all the participants to take these insights back to your respective institutions and communities. The youth in particular would benefit immensely from understanding how regions like Dakshinapatha have shaped the cultural foundations of our nation. The story of Dakshinapatha transcends modern state boundaries while honoring regional distinctions. This reminds all of us that our strength as a nation has always been in our unity and amidst diversity, a principle that remains as relevant today as it was throughout our long and illustrative history. I look forward to the publication of this seminar proceeding, which will undoubtedly serve as a valuable resource for the future generations of scholars and students alike. Let me once again congratulate our organizers, all participants, for this illuminating exploration of our shared heritage. May your scholarly pursuit continue to strengthen our understanding of India's glorious past and inspire pride in our legacy. We look forward to continue the theme of this national seminar further and plan to take up a number of themes in the near future. And I would like to place on record my appreciation to all the members of the ITIHAS Sankalan Samiti, taking the name of revered Mallikarjun Rao ji, Vedulan Narasimhan ji, Sri Anuradha ji, Sri Ramchandra Rao ji, Sri Indu Shekhar ji, Sri Sai Varapad ji, Sri Ramesh ji, Sri Yata ji, Sheshamma ji, Arundhati ji, Anand ji, Vivekananda ji, and Lord Dr. Yudhavir ji for their continuous support in making this program a grand success. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much, Kishan Garu. And friends, as we all know, Odisha, the great land where brave warriors fought many wars, the great Kharavela Kishan Rao ji mentioned, which is the home to Bhagwan Jagannath, Balabhadra and Subhadra, place where Purvamnaya Pitha of Shankaracharya is there, such a holy land which is part of our Dakkan, Dakshinapatha. We are privileged and honored to have the first citizen of this great land, His Excellency Mananiya Haribabu Garu. We humbly request him to kindly give us Margadarshan.
President Professor Kishan Rao Garu, Professor Y. Sudarshan Rao Garu, Manniya Sanjay Kumar Mishra ji, Manniya Hemant Majumdar ji, Professor Manohar Rao ji, Virender ji, distinguished historians, dear participants and friends. It is an honor to be here and deliver the valedictory address at this national seminar on Dakshinapatha through the ages, glory of Bharat, organized by ITIHAS Sankalan Samithi, Bharateeya, Hyderabad. Now I can understand why I was invited. To me, politically, southern India means the states of Telangana, Andhra, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Kerala, of course Goa and Puducherry. But now I came to know that Dakshinapatha includes not only these southern states but the Orissa, parts of Maharashtra, parts of Chhattisgarh also. Therefore, extended South India is being seen by me. Therefore, representing the state of Odisha, I think I have been invited to speak on this dais. Thank you very much. I am very much impressed and excited over the topic of the seminar, as I always believe that the southern region of our great country Bharat, which has been central to many significant developments, has vast and notable contributions that spread across geographical, historical, political, administrative, socio-economic and cultural dimensions. I understand that this platform has brought together historians, academicians, scholars, scientists and directors of various research centers connected to history and archaeological departments to explore the historical, cultural and civilizational significance of Dakshinapatha, the great southern highway that has been the lifeline of trade, culture and knowledge exchange in Bharat for millennia. History is not just about the past, it is the guiding light for the future. Dakshinapatha was not merely a physical route, it was a pathway of civilization binding the north and south, east and west in a seamless flow of ideas, traditions and economic prosperity. This route carried the wisdom of Vedic knowledge, the grandeur of temple architecture, the richness of Sanskrit and regional literature and the spirit of Bharateeya unity. Our nation Bharat is a land of many great sages and saints who have taught profound truths. It is a land of heroes who fought for the freedom of the country. It has been the leader in the knowledge of various arts and sciences in music and literature. Let me quote Mark Twain, who said, "India is the cradle of the human race, the birthplace of human speech, the mother of history, the grandmother of legend, and the great-grandmother of tradition. Our most valuable and most constructive materials in the history of man are treasured up in India only." Unquote. We are the oldest civilization, the mother of all civilizations. We are older than history itself. This precisely presents the uniqueness and the greatness of our country, Bharat. It is essential that all should be aware of the unique greatness of this sacred land. The deliberations in this seminar during these 3 days have highlighted how Dakshinapatha was not just a trade route but a cultural highway, one that nurtured unity in diversity. It carried the ideals of Sanatana Dharma, connecting great centers of learning from Kashi to Kanchi, Nalanda to Sringeri, and Ujjain to Puri. This historical interconnectedness reinforces the idea that Bharat was, is, and will always remain a civilizational entity bound by shared values, traditions, and heritage. As this seminar is concluded, let me congratulate ITIHAS Sankalan Samithi and all distinguished delegates for their in-depth research and commitment to reviving the true narratives of Bharat's history. I urge upon everyone to continue to study, preserve, and promote our historical and cultural heritage, ensuring that future generations understand the depth and grandeur of our past. Let this seminar inspire more research, greater awareness, and a renewed pride in our civilizational identity. Dakshinapatha remains relevant today as we build a strong and united Bharat, a Vikasit Bharat, embracing our glorious past while moving confidently into the future. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable words of advice and your thoughts. It's our privilege to have you on stage representing this great state of Odisha. Thank you so much, sir. We have 3 books to be released now. We have brought out a souvenir, so kindly I request you to release the souvenir related to this particular seminar, and post that we have 2 more books. So kindly release these books, sir. Yeah, 1 second, they're bringing that. Yeah. Request His Excellency to kindly release the souvenir. Next, I request Honorable Governor of Odisha to kindly release a book on Kakatiyas, and I request Dr. Vijay Babu Garu to come on stage. And Subramanya Pillai? Yeah, please join us. request His Excellency to release a book on the fairs and festivals of Tamil Nadu in Tamil. It is our duty and honor to felicitate our chief guest, His Excellency the Governor of Odisha. I request Professor Y. Sudarshan Rao Garu and Kishan Rao Garu to felicitate His Excellency the Governor, please. Hemant, Kishan Rao. I request Professor Kishan Rao Garu to felicitate Professor Y. Sudarshan Rao ji. I request Virender ji to felicitate Hemant Ding Majumdar ji. I request Dr. Manohar Rao Garu to felicitate Sanjay Kumar Mishra ji. I now request Sushri Anuradha ji to propose a formal vote of thanks. It shall be followed by national anthem, and I would request all of you to kindly be seated and please refrain from any slogan shouting, because that is the dignity of the chair, that is the dignity of the chief guest that we have. So kindly be seated till Honorable Excellency the Governor of Odisha exits the stage. So this humble request. So now I request Anuradha ji to propose formally for formal vote of thanks. So it's our request to invite Dr. Balmukhan Pandey ji to come on stage.
नमो नमः। त्रिदिवसीय कार्यक्रम का अंतिम पड़ाव वंदन समर्पण अर्थात धन्यवाद ज्ञापन। हम सब यहाँ उपस्थित भारतवासियों का सौभाग्य है कि संगोष्ठी के इस आज के समापन समारोह में ओडिशा के महामहिम राज्यपाल आदरणीय श्री हरिबाबू जी कम्भम पाटी जी की गरिमामयी उपस्थिति हुई है। अतएव इससे हम बहुत ही आह्लादित हुए हैं और इस शुभ अवसर पर उनके द्वारा दिए गए प्रेरक संदेश से हम बहुत ही अभिभूत हुए हैं। अतः हम उन्हें विनम्रता पूर्वक नमन करते हैं, वंदन करते हैं। तत्पश्चात धन्यवाद के मानकरी हैं सुसज्जित मंचासीन मान्यवर, मैं उन सभी के प्रति अपने आभार व्यक्त करती हूँ। धन्यवाद की अगली कड़ी में आते हैं अखिल भारतीय इतिहास संकलन योजना के मान्यवर पदाधिकारी, स्वागत समिति के अध्यक्ष एवं सदस्य, निष्काम भाव से इस सफल संगोष्ठी को सफलता से संपन्न करने सहयोग देने के लिए आए हुए सभी वेल विशर, शुभ चिंतक, हित चिंतक, फिलैंथ्रोपिस्ट की भी मैं अत्यंत ऋणी हूँ। प्रांतीय समिति के सदस्य, प्रेस और प्रिंट मीडिया, जागृति, ऑडियो वीडियो गण तथा इस टीएस कैप के मान्यवर अधिकारियों के प्रति को भी मैं कृतार्थ हूँ तो हूँ ही और कृतकृत्य भी हूँ। साथ साथ प्रत्यक्ष और अप्रत्यक्ष रूप से सहकार्य करने वाले सभी कार्यकर्ता गण के प्रति मैं आभार व्यक्त करती हूँ। अंत में अत्यंत महत्वपूर्ण आभार प्रदर्शन है इस सभागार में उपस्थित सभी सुप्रतिष्ठित इतिहासकार, इतिहासविद, ऐसे सभी महानुभावों को मैं हृदयपूर्वक धन्यवाद देती हूँ और अंत में एक श्लोक कहकर मैं आपसे विदा लेती हूँ। यान्तु देवगणा सर्वे पूजा मादाय पार्थिवीं इतिहास कार्यार्थम पुनरागमनाय च शुभमस्तु।
I request all of you to kindly stand up for the national anthem. Post that, as I requested, we'll all be seated while His Excellency the Governor exits the stage.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता, पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा, विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा, तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागी, गाहे तव जय गाथा, जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता, जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे। जय।
संजय जी, आप लोग यहीं बैठिए, वो कार्यकर्ताओं का सम्मान है करना है। सभी सुप्रतिष्ठित सभागार में उपस्थित महानुभाव यहीं पर उपस्थित रहे और सभी का अभी सभी कार्यकर्ताओं का जिन्होंने लगातार 3 महीने से श्रम किए हैं इस कार्यक्रम को सफलता से संपन्न करने में, उन सभी का सम्मान होगा। कैसे किनके मेरा फोन थैंक यू। कोई वो देने को आना है। सुजाता जी आइए। आनंद या रामकृष्ण मौर्य जी जो भी है इस मंच पर आए। आप रुकिए। है देखो सभी। शॉल्स इन्होंने लाए, बैग और शॉल देना है। शॉल्स कहाँ गए? खोलिए खोलिए, ये इसको खोलना है, एक बैग और लेना है, एक बैग। शुरू कर। फिलुस्ता सम्मान को बुलाना है, हाँ? वो लोगों को सभी को एक एक आते हैं, एक एक का नाम ले रहे हैं। नहीं नाम लेती हूँ, है नाम है, आप 3 लोग नहीं करें, बोलते जाऊँ, बुलाती हूँ। सम्मान का कार्यक्रम शुरू हो रहा है। सर्वप्रथम महिला विभाग को मैं आमंत्रित करती हूँ। शिवकन्या मोरे जी से, शिवकन्या मोरे जी, हाँ, अरुंधति जी, शेषम अम्बा जी, आपका भी सम्मान है शेषम अम्बा जी, रामचंद्र राव जी, जाइए सम्मान एक के बाद एक करेंगे। चलो हाँ हाँ कर रही है, वे एक का होने के बाद एक को बुलाएंगे ना, तो क्या करेंगे। हो गया, किनका हुआ अभी? हाँ, अरुंधति। शेषम अम्बा जी, शेषम अम्बा जी आप आइए, सम्मान के अधिकारी। नहीं वो फिर भूल जाते हैं, ये होता है, एक के बाद एक समझ में नहीं आएंगे ना कौन है। रमेश जी, रमेश जी अपने आए हैं बोल के बाद। रामकृष्ण मोरे जी, सुजाता सिंह जी, और कौन है जी, नाम नहीं आ रहे, इतने ही हैं, कोई भी नहीं दिखाई अभी, हो गया। रामकृष्ण मोरे जी नहीं है। रामकृष्ण मोरे जी, सौमिश्री रेड्डी, उनको बुलाना है, बच्चे रेडी हो गए, हो गए, फिर कोई नहीं है। रामचंद्र राव जी, वेदुला नरसिम्हम जी, प्रोफेसर अरविंद कुमार जी, कौन? अरविंद कुमार जी, से सम्मान जी आपका हो गया, आपका हो गया सम्मान, मुझे आइंदा। विंध्यावासिनी आई है क्या? भुवनेश्वरी, भुवनेश्वरी थी ना अभी। इंदुशेखर जी, मोक्षश्री, रामकृष्ण मौर्य जी आए। ठीक है, हो गए, बाकी सब वहाँ हैं। हाँ हाँ, हरि प्रसाद जी, ఇంకా ఎవరైనా ఉన్నారా? వచ్చిందా ఇంకా ఎవరైనా? సాయి ప్రసాద్ గారు, ठीक कर दीजिए अनाउंस।
बैठक बैठक
2 बजे यहीं करेंगे बोलिए।
सूचना दे दे।
हाँ
2 बजे बताइए ना, भोजन करके यहीं आएंगे।
समापन सत्र हो गया है। अभी भोजन के पश्चात तेलंगाना, आंध्र, कर्नाटक, तमिलनाडु, केरल सभी उपस्थित सदस्य और पदाधिकारीगण यहाँ मंच पर, यहाँ ये सभागार में आएंगे। यहाँ अपने अखिल भारतीय पदाधिकारी अपनी एक बैठक लेंगे। भोजन के पश्चात तुरंत यहाँ पर आइए।